It's real peril.
On the next new Running Wild with Bear Grylls.
Apparently I've lost my mind.
X-Men star James Marsden.
I definitely wish I had my stuntman at this point.
Is used to saving the world, but out here...
How are you with heights? You're asking me now?
He's the one who may need saving.
Is that tree really gonna hold us? It will be scary. This does not feel good.
Whoa!
Running Wild with Bear Grylls, Mondays on NBC.
On an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Chris Maloney drops by. NBC Tonight.
Your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Justin Wickersham. This is NewsCenter1 at 10. In international news tonight, a wave of violence across Turkey today, including shots fired at the U.S. consulate in Istanbul, are raising fears in that country, which the U.S. is relying upon to play a big role in the battle against ISIS. We get more now from NBC Chief Foreign Correspondent Richard Engel.
It was a small-scale attack on the U.S. consulate, but it could be a sign of worse to come. A woman, perhaps with an accomplice, fired at least 2 shots near the U.S. consulate until she was cornered by police, who shot at her, finally wounding her and taking her into custody. It wasn't the day's only violence. A police station was bombed in Istanbul, followed by an ambush in broad daylight in this normally safe city. As Turkish police hunted the attackers, more gunfire. And in the south, 4 Turkish police were killed by a roadside bomb. This wave of violence worries U.S. officials because it comes just as Turkey has joined the fight against ISIS and finally allowed U.S. jets to use Turkish bases to launch attacks against ISIS. But Turkey has simultaneously launched its own war against its internal enemies, including those behind today's attacks, leftist radicals, and Turkey's old rivals, the Kurds, who happen to also be American allies, fighting ISIS too. As Turkey strikes its own enemies, they will fight back as they did today, potentially destabilizing Washington's newest, most important ally in the fight against ISIS. Richard Engel, NBC News, Istanbul.
Meanwhile, a state of emergency declared for the city of Ferguson and St. Louis County. This after about 50 protesters jumped a temporary gate outside a federal courthouse today, and even more protesters shut down a major interstate. The protests are continuing from last night when violence erupted during a protest marking the 1-year anniversary of Michael Brown's death. Police say a man fired at officers and was injured when they fired back. 18-year-old Tyrone Harris was taken to the hospital and remains in critical and unstable condition. He also faces 4 counts of assault on law enforcement, among other charges. Attorney General Loretta Lynch says the renewed tensions call for local police and community leaders to work together to improve relationships with minority communities.
Now, as we have all seen over recent months and years, not only does violence obscure any message of peaceful protest, it places the community as well as the officers who are seeking to protect it in harm's way. The weekend's events were peaceful and promoted a message of reconciliation and healing, joined in by law enforcement. But incidents of violence, such as we saw last night, are contrary to both that message, along with everything that all of us, including this group, have worked so hard to achieve over the past year.
And a group known as the Ferguson Action Council calling their protest march today a day of civil disobedience. Meanwhile, back in Rapid City, police are searching for an armed casino robber. Around 2:30 this afternoon, an employee at the St. Pat Casino telling police a man had threatened the employee with a handgun and demanded money from the register. The suspect left with an undisclosed amount of money. The man is being described as being in his late 50s to early 60s, wearing a light-colored baseball cap, glasses, and a light-colored button-up shirt. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact authorities. A local hero, former serviceman of the U.S. Coast Guard and a U.S. Forest Service firefighter being laid to rest today. David Rule, killed while battling a California wildfire, being buried at the Black Hills National Cemetery near Sturgis. The cemetery is the final resting place for our local heroes and a place of solace for family and friends. But space for our veterans is running out, and that's why U.S. Senators John Thune and Mike Rounds are introducing the Black Hills National Cemetery Boundary Expansion Act. The legislation is meant to facilitate a permanent land transfer of approximately 200 acres of Bureau of Land Management land to expand the Black Hills National Cemetery. Under current law, the Federal Land Policy and Management Act limits transfers like this to a lifespan of 20 years, but providing for our servicemen and women and their families is a cause Senator Thune says we must make a priority.
It really is important to be able for us to be able to do what's necessary to ensure that our veterans get the proper, the fair, and the right treatment. This sort of land exchange happens on a somewhat frequent basis. It shouldn't be controversial. I hope it's not controversial. Senator Rounds and I will push it hard through the Senate, and hopefully Representative Noem will do the same in the House, and we'll get this done.
And be sure to join us tomorrow for more of our interview with Senator John Thune. Well, as we mentioned, the community has been mourning for the past 2 weeks since Rapid City firefighter David Rule lost his life in the line of duty. A procession and memorial service held Sunday, and today his funeral. As NewsCenter1's Jessica Nappy reports, Rule's legacy lives on, fallen but not forgotten.
Fallen firefighter David Rule, not only fondly remembered, but fiercely loved by family, friends, colleagues, and community members. The public getting a chance to say their goodbyes to a local hero on Sunday with a procession and memorial service. Now it's a private time to those he left behind to say goodbye, a wife and 2 children, and countless others close to Rule as well. The sun shining down on the Cathedral of Our Lady Perpetual Help as a private funeral service ensued for David Rule, a firefighter who died in a call to service fighting the Frog Fire on the Modoc National Forest in California. The public has mourned the loss of an outstanding citizen and brave serviceman.
I know Dave for what he stood for. I consider him, my interactions, a quiet leader.
Dave is a passionate firefighter. He loved his job, loved fighting fire.
Now today, privately, a friend, a husband, and a father laid to rest.
And the funeral was held this morning at Our Lady of Perpetual Help Cathedral. Hundreds were in attendance at Rule's memorial service on Sunday. The funeral was a more intimate, private setting for family and friends. Today, South Dakota Governor Dennis Dugard ordering flags to be flown at half-staff in Rule's honor. And now here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. The Dow Jones finished up 242 points today to 17,615. The Nasdaq also finished up 58 points to 5,102. Meanwhile, the S&P was up 27 points to 2,104. And gold finished down 50 cents an ounce today to $1,104.10. And after a cool Sunday, things were starting to heat up a little bit today outside.
Yeah. Even though the high temperatures today were still slightly below normal for this time of the year, we'll be taking care of that tomorrow. We're going to see these temperatures above normal tomorrow. As a matter of fact, for the rest of the week, we have some high temperatures across the Black Hills. I'd like to show you. There you have them. Spearfish, 77, not bad. 75 down in Custer, very comfortable temperatures. And you can see the temperatures warm up a little bit as we head down into the lower elevations out in the prairies, 86 Faith, 87 Pine Ridge. But tomorrow we'll begin to see a few 90s out there, Justin, and then Wednesday, Thursday, many communities will be in the 90s, even some mid-90s, above normal.
So it seems like there's still time to get out there if you want to go to the lake or, to the park or anything.
All week long.
Warm weather.
All week long.
All right, thanks, Bob. And Bob, we'll have your complete forecast coming up a little bit later in the show. But first, we're going to have more news coming up after the break. Stay with us.
This is NewsCenter1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
Now, what could be better than the simple, worry-free car buying of one Liberty dealership? How about the simple, worry-free car buying of 2 Liberty dealerships? With 5 different manufacturers at 2 convenient locations in Rapid City, you'll be sure to find exactly what you're looking for at Liberty Superstore. That's 2 Liberty locations, just a stone's throw away. But don't throw any stones at us.
Liberty Superstores. Simple, worry-free car buying.
Now, I don't know anything about ads. Trees, perennials, landscaping, I'm your guy. But Mid-Continent Business Solutions made it happen. My rep learned about my company, then her team came up with what to say. Midco's crew who shot the commercial knocked it out of the park. We even won an award. For a guy who doesn't know advertising, I've got a great commercial.
Affordable, award-winning TV ad production by Mid-Continent Business Solutions. See our work at midcontinent.biz.
Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Sarah, Sarah.
What will be doesn't have to be.
Join us at the Central States Fair August 14th through the 23rd as we celebrate 70 years of food on a stick. Grandstand passes are on sale now for 9 nights of fun, including Supercross races, Johnson Machine Napa Demo Derby, Black Hills Power Concert Series featuring Randy Hauser, Big and Rich, and the Eli Young Band. The Ranch Rodeo is back along with 3 nights of PRCA Rodeo. Grandstand passes are on sale now at these outlets or online. Make plans now for the 70th Annual Central States Fair in Rapid City.
Up to 60% off department store prices on everything from shoes to sweaters, jeans to jackets, t-shirts to backpacks. It's why as long as kids keep going back to school, moms will keep going back to Gordman's.
A busy day for members of the Rapid City Area School Board in and out of the office. Several noteworthy topics at tonight's Board of Education meeting, including K-12 contracts, but most noteworthy, the changes to the 2015-2016 budget. A proposed budget was presented in May, with the final approval coming after a few changes and months of negotiation. Included in the changes, teachers will be granted all step increases earned during their tenure with the district, including increases earned in the past. To finance the new salaries, capital outlay funds will be diverted toward general fund expenses, creating a sustainable compensation plan.
There's 3 changes. One is to the general fund, one is to capital outlay, and one is to special ed. None are overly significant. They are basically just either additions to expenditures that were identified after the fact. Could be some cost increases associated with benefits or things like that.
And many members of the school board attending a groundbreaking at Stevens High School today. Raiders will soon get used to the site of construction as a new science wing is being built over the course of the next year. Superintendent Dr. Tim Mitchell and Stevens High School staff breaking ground today for an added science wing. The school was built in 1970, leaving the current science department outdated. To better serve students, 8 new classrooms with laboratories will be added to the school.
We've had challenges with some of the new integrated equipment and the structure of the room isn't conducive to the way that we know students are learning nowadays. And so with the rooms that have the labs and the teaching areas all in one place, that's going to be helpful to provide students the necessary instruction and opportunity to learn.
The projected completion date is August 2016. Principal Julius says in regards to construction, the student safety is the top priority. And a few clouds drifting through the Black Hills this afternoon, but it's looking to heat up throughout the week. Mid-90s in the forecast. Bob Riggio is in next with a more in-depth look at your weather.
Things that happen on Tuesdays. Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. And
soccer practice, softball practice, tuba lessons, t-ball practice.
Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. Any large pizza, just $10. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
Your everyday banking should never interfere with your everyday life. West puts you in control of your money, wherever you are and whenever you need it. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed.
Whether it's stylish or functional, traditional or contemporary, at the Heart and Hearth Shop, we have just the right stove or fireplace to add warmth and elegance to any room in your home. Not sure what best fits your needs? Come on in and check out our showroom where we can show you a wonderful selection of gas, electric, and wood-burning stoves and fireplaces, where you can actually see and feel our working displays. Let us help you pamper yourself by adding a feeling of warmth and coziness with a new stove or fireplace from the Heart and Hearth Shop, 306 Main, Rapid City.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
Each day is a race against time. The winners are the ones who find time to laugh and play and dream. They celebrate adventure, friendships, and new opportunities. Scheels can help you with fashion that's timely, whether you're far away or close to home. This is your time. This is your year. Scheels.
Wonder if the weather will be nice enough for me to hike this weekend.
Well, there will be a few clouds, but for the most part, you'll see plenty of sun this weekend.
Get your weather your way. The NewsCenter1 weather team is now available everywhere.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
It was a warm day today, 85, but about 3 degrees shy of the normal high temperature for this time of the year, 88. Here's the record, 103, 2007. So 85, okay, it still could get much warmer than that, as you can see, like it did in 2007. 54, our low temperature, sun will be coming up, 550, 804. The sun goes down. What is it like out at the airport? Clear skies, 67, beautiful. Winds are generally out of the east at 6 miles per hour. And then Custer, 63, a little bit cooler, but not that much. Winds are out of the east at 5 there. So winds, no problem. We have some high temperatures across the country. Once again, triple digits down in the Lone Star State. They're still dealing with excessive heat down here, and they're going to deal with it all week long because that whole system, the whole weather system for the country is not moving very much. 94 in Atlanta, 84 in Pittsburgh, 84 in Chicago. Here's the story, folks. I got some video I'm going to show you, not right now, but in a little bit. You just stay tuned for this one. Look at the moisture. You can see the moisture streaming in out of New Mexico up into Colorado. The video is from Colorado Springs. All right, let's roll it. They had torrential rains in Colorado Springs, and it caused quite a bit of flooding. There it is right here. You can see this car in the background. That's being washed down the street. And this car here you're looking at, this one's parked, sitting there. Here comes another car washing down this street. Hits that one, little bumper cars going on, and they are just carried on down. This is in Colorado Springs. You can see some of the hail in the driveway there. So they had hail, torrential rains, as you can see. This is one street I don't think I want to be living on. There you go, and just incredible video. All right, let's come on back, and we'll look at our future satellite radar. Here's the story. This little low-pressure area coming out of the Four Corners. That's what's causing all the rain. Colorado Springs had all that heavy rain. Well, they're going to get more tomorrow, as you can see, while we'll enjoy plenty of sunshine up in the northern plains. And then Wednesday, high pressure still controlling the northern plains, central, southern plains. Not the Rockies, more rain for the Colorado area, the Colorado Springs area, more rain on Wednesday, tomorrow and Wednesday. You can see the showers pretty much all up and down the Rockies. What about out east? Well, it's rather quiet, high pressure, sliding into the Midwest and a few little showers around the Great Lakes region. That's about it. High temperatures, well, they're going to be on the increase, and we know that because we go to the upper levels, and you can see this ridging just building in. We stop at Friday, so all this hot air will be settling in over the Black Hills. We'll have temperatures above normal. And then early next week, looks like that ridging begins to break down a little bit, so we are expecting to see a little bit of cooling going on as we start the next work week. Here are the speaking of high temperatures, we have those for you all across South Dakota, 82 Sisseton, 83 Chamberlain, 87 over in the capital. And tomorrow, okay, there you go. See, now we're beginning to see temperatures in the upper 80s and 90s around the Black Hills. Tomorrow and then Wednesday should warm up even more. All right, here's the forecast for the Black Hills. We have that one for you. There it is. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow. 87 Spearfish, 81 Custer, 89 Pine Ridge, 87 Deadwood, Hill City, 82. And 91 in Belfouche. The forecast for us tonight, we have that one as well. Overnight low temperature 61, partly cloudy, pleasant, delightful evening. Winds are out of the south, 5 to 10. And tomorrow, let's see what we have going for us there. 90, all right, warmer than today. 84 today, 90 tomorrow, mostly sunny. And another pleasant day expected. Lots of sunshine. Winds no problem out of the south. Tomorrow night, 65, partly cloudy. Should be a quiet evening. Winds holding out of the south, 5 to 10. 7-day forecast. What do we have here? 96 on Wednesday, 94 Thursday, 96 Friday. So temperatures above normal for the rest of the work week and lower 90s on Saturday. And then we cool it off Sunday, Monday, back down into the 80s, lower to mid-80s. ClickBigDeals.com, half off. One adult admission to the Black Hills Speedway, just $7. It's typically $14. Grab that coupon and you can save $7. All right, the Central States Fair means a chance for all budding gardeners to show off their blue ribbon best. We've got more information in tonight's Botanical Garden.
Botanical, sponsored by True Green. For all your lawn, tree, and shrub care, along with pine beetle protection, think True Green this spring.
Again, welcome, Botanical Garden. I'm Bob Riggio. With me is Mel Glover, Master Gardener. Mel, the Central States Fair starts this weekend, but the Master Gardeners, or any gardener here in the Rapid City area, can play a role in the Central States Fair.
Correct. We have people bring in their fruits or vegetables and flowers Thursday afternoon from 4 to 7, or Friday morning from 8 to about 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And we'd love to have people bring in stuff. I'd love to have you bring in your tomatoes that you buy at the store.
How about Justin Wickersham? He keeps bragging about his corn out there.
He does. I think he has 18 ears of corn.
18
and
ears
he told
of
me,
corn.
I gave him a form to fill out, an entry tag, and he's going to be all set.
Okay, so what do they have to do? If they want their flowers or their vegetables judged,
right?
What's the process?
They bring them to the horticulture building down at Central States Fair.
Thursday or early Friday?
Thursday afternoon from 4 to 7 or Friday morning.
Okay, and then they're judged. When are they judged?
Friday afternoon from 12:30 to 4 o'clock or so.
And then ribbons are passed out at some point?
Ribbons are placed at that point in time, but people can't come in and see how they did until Saturday morning.
Okay, who are the judges? Are you going to be one of the judges?
Can't say.
Can't say?
It's a secret.
It is a secret.
But we love to have people bring in flowers, fruits, vegetables, whatever. And we also encourage young people.
Yeah.
The children from different age groups from 8, actually I think 5 or 6, all the way up to 16 or 17.
Yeah. So if you want to get involved with the Central States Fair, yeah. If you have a, how about pumpkins? Pumpkins aren't ready yet, though.
We always have 4, 5, or 6
Really?
pumpkins.
Yeah, okay.
People that start them early, and they are beautiful. So make sure you come and walk around, and we'll show you the different pumpkins.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mel. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, join us next week on Botanical Garden.
Buy one, get one free USDA Choice Angus steak tips all day, every day Monday. Buy one, get one free steak tips, wood-fire grill to your specifications. Buy one, get one free for only $15.99 at Shooters Wood-Fire Grill. Taste the wood-fire difference at Shooters, Rapid City.
Everybody talks. It started with the whisper.
People just can't stop talking about Ford. Announcing the Ford Summer Sales Event. Now get our best offers of the year on Focus, Fusion, and Escape. 0% financing for 72 months, plus $750 cash back and no payments until fall. Or choose up to $3,500 in total cash back and still relax this summer with no payments until fall on Fusion, Escape, and Focus during the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Summertime is here, and you want to relax. But if you did want to do something, First National Pond has everything you need. They've got fishing poles and coolers and tents, bikes and air conditioners, golf clubs or tools to build a deck, stereos for your home and your car, cameras and iPods and computers and games and music. But it's summertime, and you wanted to relax. Well, relax, and know that First National Pond has everything you need this summer.
Ever wonder how much money your company spends on printing? Ever wonder how much time your employees spend ordering toner cartridges and repairing jammed machines? At A&B Business Solutions, our managed print services will analyze your print environment and design a program to reduce your total printing costs, improving workflow. A few small changes can make a big difference. MPS, just another solution from A&B, the company that helps you solve, simplify, and save.
$5 off your choice of hand-trimmed, juicy sirloin, perfectly marbled ribeye. Our finest filet mignon steaks all day, every Sunday. Come in and try the best steak in the hills for $5 off. Shooter's Woodfire Grill, 2424 West Main, Rapid City.
This is NewsCenter1, Sports with Justin Wickersham.
Rapid City Post 22 stood one win away from capturing the Central Plains Regional title and earning a ticket to the American Legion World Series in North Carolina. But unfortunately, Millard South from Omaha defeated Post 22 twice last night, ending the Hard Hats season. Post 22 was undefeated heading into the final day of the Central Plains Regional Tournament. However, Millard South beat Post 22 4-3 in the first game, despite 12 hits from the Hard Hats. Then with Rapid City trailing 7-1 in the second game, Post 22 scored 4 runs in the ninth inning, but it wasn't enough. The Boys of Summer lost Game 2 by a score of 7-5. Post 22 ends the season with an overall record of 53-16. Meanwhile, in Little League Baseball, the Midwest Regional Tournament is underway in Indianapolis. Jake Goebel had 3 RBIs and struck out 4 today to help lead Canyon Lake over Memorial Little League from Omaha, Nebraska. Final score 5-2. Canyon Lake will now play Coon Rapids, Minnesota on Thursday at 9 a.m. Coon Rapids defeated Des Moines, Iowa this evening by a score of 11-7. Well, speaking of baseball, the Rockies opened a 4-game series tonight with the Mets. The Mets' Michael Kadire returned from the disabled list in time to face his former team, but he wasn't in the starting lineup tonight. Kadire won the NL batting title as a member of the Colorado Rockies back in 2013. Let's go to New York City, where the Mets are a remarkable 38-18 at home this season. We'll start in the top of the 4th inning with the Mets up 1-0. Carlos Gonzalez rips a line drive to left field. It carries into the stands for his 26th home run of the season. Gonzalez entered the game batting .396 over his last 25 games with 14 homers. Rocky starter John Gray had a nice outing. Here he strikes out Yoenis Cespedes. He went 6 innings with 5 strikeouts and only 1 hit. In the bottom of the 7th now, Curtis Granderson is hit by the pitch here with the bases loaded, and that tied it up at 2 apiece. Later, same inning now, Daniel Murphy slaps one into left field. 2 runs would score, and the Mets outlast the Rockies. 4-2 is your final score. Around the National League this evening, Philadelphia is looking to win its 4th straight, but right now Arizona leads the Phillies 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Also, San Diego leads Cincinnati 2-1 in the 4th inning. Meanwhile, it was supposed to be a great matchup tonight in California, but right now Washington has a 6-0 lead over the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Over in the American League, the Kansas City Royals were looking for their 4th straight win as they hosted Detroit tonight. The Royals waste no time. Lorenzo Cain lifts a double off the warning track in center field. That clears the bases, and the Royals go up 2-0 in the 1st inning. Casey adds another run in the 1st thanks to Kendrys Morales. His base hit scores Cain to make it 3-0 at that point. Matt Boyd improved in the 2nd inning, though, for the Tigers, retiring the Royals in order. But overall, the Royals shut out the Tigers tonight by a final score of 4-0. Only 2 other games tonight in the American League. Tyler Flowers hit a home run as the White Sox hammered the Angels. Final score 8-2. Plus, Baltimore is beating Seattle 2-1 right now in the 5th inning. And that's a look at sports. We'll be right back in a moment.
Your DVR is here, and you're not. No worries. Program your DVR to record your favorite shows from anywhere through your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Use Remote Record to put TV on your time. Midco gives you more.
Hello, my name is John Dorsey of the law firm of Whiting, Hague, Dorsey & Hague in Rapid City. The Sturgis Rally is a great event, bringing several 100,000 visitors to the beautiful Black Hills. We can all do our part to promote an enjoyable and safe rally by being extra cautious while driving. Stay alert, always look twice, and watch out for the other guy. You could save a life. If you or a loved one is injured in an accident, call us at Whiting, Hague, Dorsey, and Hague. We can help.
Spearfish is a focal point for tourism, is rich in history, arts, and entertainment, and is a retail trade center. Visit these great downtown shops in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Dakota Quilt Company was founded in 1997 for Spearfish quilters to get all their quilting supplies. Today they offer the largest selection of ready-to-go kits in the Black Hills. Stop by and see all they have to offer at Dakota Quilting Company.
With Spearfish's resort-like natural setting, enjoy exploring downtown Spearfish and discover everything it has to offer for the whole family.
I hope that when my patients come away from visiting with us here, they know that we really listen and that we really care.
My caregivers perceive me as energetic, and I give 110% of my heart to my job.
People really are partners here, from the nursing staff to the administrative team to all the caregivers in between.
I am Regional Health.
I am Regional Health.
I am Regional Health.
Remember when you needed a TV to watch TV? Now you can watch on your computer, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. TV Everywhere makes it easy, and it's included with Midco cable. Midco gives you more.
Today, a project 2 years in the making culminates in an official ribbon-cutting ceremony for the franchise expansion of the Lentz Brothers Pizza Restaurant. After being open for a little more than a month, the business holding an open invitation to their new location on Disc Drive. Troy Kiefer and the investment group Vestech have put a lot of work into the opening of this new location and have no plans of stopping. They are looking at opening up another 9 Lentz Brothers restaurants in the next 10 years, as well as other business ventures. But for Troy, the decision to start up another Lentz Brothers was more than just for business.
I grew up in Hermosa, and being as how Lentz Brothers was founded in Hermosa, I had a strong feeling of appreciation for everything that was accomplished by Brian Lentz and his family. I've known that family for my entire life. You combine that personal involvement with our families over all these years, along with the fact that it's a great brand and an amazing product, it was kind of a no-brainer.
And a few of the choices on the menu include the Flaming German Samoan, Oriental Texas Tornado, and the Big Fat Greek Pizza. And we've been to the one down in Hermosa before, and that one was really good, and I'm sure this one is going to be just the same. So
yeah. Plus, some nice people run the place too
they do,
down there.
yeah.
The Lentz Brothers they always welcome you, and like you said, the pizza is absolutely delicious. So if you're heading down, I'm going to be going to Custer State Park tomorrow, and I'll go right by the pizza joint. So maybe I'll stop in. Or you
can get some right here in Rapid City.
Oh, right here. They just opened up that one here in Rapid City. Yeah, you bet. All right, let's look at the 7-day, and warmer temperatures definitely on the way. And we'll start with tomorrow. 84 was the high today, 90 tomorrow, middle 90s. Now, as you can see, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And with all that heat, don't be surprised if we have an isolated shower or thunderstorm somewhere in the Black Hills. And we'll keep them in the 90s on Saturday, and then finally, Sunday, Monday, we're going to cool it down a little bit. There's temperatures in the 80s, maybe a few little showers expected on Monday as well.
Just in time for the fair.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Have a good night.
Join us at the Central States Fair August 14th through the 23rd as we celebrate 70 years of food on a stick. Grandstand passes are on sale now for 9 nights of fun, including Supercross races, Johnson Machine Napa Demo Derby, Black Hills Power Concert Series featuring Randy Hauser, Big and Rich, and the Eli Young Band. The Ranch Rodeo is back along with 3 nights of PRCA Rodeo. Grandstand passes are on sale now at these outlets or online. Make plans now for the 70th Annual Central States Fair in Rapid City.
Carly posts,
breaking up with the longest relationship I've ever had. Hashtag sad but true.
Good riddance, Carly.
Hashtag 96 months too long.
Oh, the car. Right. Well, now's the perfect time to head over to the Honda Summer Clearance event. We've got great deals on the Honda Civic, the best-selling car in its class. So ditch that loser. Hey, still talking about the car.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Sarah, Sarah,
The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
What will be doesn't have to be.
Corey's Tire Factory Auto Service Centers don't make tires, but they do buy tires factory direct to save you money. Top brands like Goodyear, Michelin, and Bridgestone. And they service what you drive. You see, Corey's Tire Factory is locally owned, so there's no corporate fine print. Trust what you love to Corey's Tire Factory to fix those squeaks, leaks, clicks, clacks, lines, or whines the first time, every time. Guaranteed. Need tires or service? Go to Corey's Tire Factory, 1036 Campbell Street, Rapid City, and 1909 Fifth Avenue in Belle Fourche.